What's up, Leftover family? I'm back again with another video. So if you're new to the Leftover family, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure your post notifications are turned on. I'm back again with another mukbang. So without further ado, cue the intro. Period.
The following film is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, graphic violence. Viewer discretion is advised. We'll leave it up to you.
Okay, so today, y'all, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you know. Ho, ho, ho. Have a happy Christmas. Kwanzaa, Fleece, all that juicy stuff, okay? But we got some BurgerFi, okay? I gotta put this burger on something. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Christmas. Okay, so I got this hot ass hamburger. It's got jalapenos on it, some kind of ghost pepper sauce, some kind of ghost pepper bacon or something, candy coat, something like that. Who knows? But from BurgerFi, and it's really looking good. And then we got the Parmesan fries with Parmesan and herbs. And then to add on to it, I got some chili as well and cheese to throw on the fries. Amen. Okay, so as always, y'all, we're gonna eat. And of course, for today, I do have a story time as always, okay? But we're gonna eat first and then we're gonna get into the story in a little bit. But let's dress these fries up though with this chili and cheese. Ooh-wee. Now, the chili I hear is spicy too. So, we're gonna be on fire, which is why we got some sweet tea to drink over here. Okay, so we're gonna pour this out there. Okay. Got a little kick. Okay, got a little kick to it. Okay, it's just one of them delayed reaction kicks. It ain't too bad, but it's there. It's there. It's giving what's supposed to give. Oh yeah, I'm raise this up a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay. Ooh, I don't know what to do first, y'all. I'm just all over the place right now. Look at that burger, though. Look at that. Here we go. Okay, got a little spice to it. Pretty good. It's not as hot as the Diablo chicken sandwich from Arby's, but it's got a little good flavor to it. Hope y'all days are going pretty good. For those of y'all who are getting all that snow, look, I feel for y'all. Pray y'all stay safe. Don't get on the road unless you got to. Don't be outside getting frostbites, you know. Yeah, I was hungry. We were sitting around trying to figure out what we should eat today. Somebody asked me the other day to do a mukbang with hamburgers and fries. So, you know, let me do a mukbang with hamburgers and fries. That sounds good. Juicy old hamburger. The fries are really, you can really see the Parmesan on them. It's really good. But I don't know if I mentioned we have a story time. No, we're gonna have at the end of this mukbang. Of course, I'm gonna eat first. Cause we all know I suck at eating and talking. But what y'all eating? What y'all eating for Christmas today? They give you a lot of fries. I give them that. A lot of French fries, but ooh, that was hot. The hell I been into. To be honest, I didn't know what was gonna be open because it's Christmas, and most restaurants ain't open, and the grocery stores open. But a couple restaurants smart, but we're gonna be open, okay? And get all the scratulars. You know how you be so hungry when you get the food, you start eating it quick. You about halfway there, you're like, oh, I'm getting full. But deep down, you're really not, because you put it up, in 10 minutes, you'll be eating it again. That's how I be. That's why I, look the time, goes down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so thank you to all the new subscribers. I say this in all my videos, we are almost monetized. We're over halfway there. Okay. So if there's anything that you like to see eaten, or what kind of food you want to see, please don't be afraid to leave me a message down below in the comments sections. If we have it, we have it. If we don't, we don't. Based on that, okay? So I'm be going down there putting no lobster or putting no king crab or anything like that, unless you gonna slap on the Cashapp. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff be expensive, y'all. Taking some cheap stuff, but buy on a budget. But now, if you say lobster and you say Cashapp, guess what I'm gonna eat? Some lobster. Just saying. Anywho, if you still here, you might as well go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. You still here, you entertained, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. But this chili cheese fries is really good. And I've never been a chili cheese type of fry type dude. I've always just fried, maybe a little cheese on it, but But I feel like chili cheese fries is a whole meal itself. You know? And sometimes it's a whole lot. A whole lot. But, the only thing that I hate, that I wish like they would have done, is allows you to add lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. That's it. That's all. But it's got, I think it's got onions on it. That's it. That's cheese. that's what I was calling about. That's cheese. If they would let me add lettuce, tomatoes, and onions on this, it would have been a whole 5-star rating. But because they didn't, you get 3 stars, boo. But it's really good though. Whew. You know, eating sometimes is a lot of work. It makes you tired. I don't know about y'all, but have you ever been eating something and you're so tired, you feel like eating in your mouth? You be chewing, like, I'm tired of chewing. But you're hungry, you're just tired of chewing. At that point, I just be like, take my shit, put this on the blender and blend them on up and let me drink it. But there are people out there who have to blend up their food like that. I don't know if I can do that. I watched a documentary one time about people that blend their food up. Don't blend that up for me. I'm cool. I'll swallow it. I'll manage. Well, I choked to death trying. I know most of y'all still sitting here. I ain't hit that thumbs up button yet. I just know these things, you know. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up too. That help me, help you, help me. They got so much Parmesan cheese on the bottom of this. If I did my burger in the Parmesan cheese, it would taste like, hold on, the herbs. See y'all with the herbs and the Parmesan cheese in that last bite? Yes, this is one bite. This is one bite. Don't play with the food. The food is not for play. We ain't even no leftovers, okay? Leftovers, don't leave leftovers. Period. That's the first and foremost rule. No. Sometimes we do, but whew, my first meal all day, so no, ain't leaving no leftovers. But well, I had popsicle earlier. Does that count as a meal? Nah, I don't. That's not even a snack. That's a treat. Now that was bomb. That was bomb. They did their tea on that. It gave what it was supposed. It gave what it's supposed to give. At the end of the day, I made a mess. That's okay. We're gonna clean up afterwards. Whew. All right, y'all. So the ones that's just here. Food on my face. Okay. So the ones that just came to watch me eating for the mukbang, bye. But you know what time it is. It's story time. Back with another story time. And as y'all know, here lately, I've been taking y'all back, a few years, childhood memories. So, we're going to keep it right around that same ballpark. This time, this takes us back to, my 8th grade year. I think I was either 14 or 15. I think I was 15. I think I was 15 years old. So I grew up in a little town. Well, at this time in my life, I was in a little town, okay? And the school I went to was like in the middle of nowhere. And I'm just call it like I said. I'm just gonna say, y'all can be offended if y'all want to be offended, but don't be offended. I went to pretty much an all-white school, okay? I was like, there was maybe 5 kids that were African-American in the whole 8th grade, which is about a few hundred students. So there were some challenges and stuff like that. But, so this story happened at school, and I was at lunch, and I was eating, and we at the table, we all just laughing, having a fun time, And they started throwing mustard packets and ketchup packets across the table, and they were like wide open, and mustard ketchup was getting everywhere. And I'm looking like, hey, chill out. If that hits me, I'm gonna be mad. We're gonna be fighting. I ain't really mean to be fighting, but I thought, if I said that, people would, calm down. Because at this point in time in my life, I'm like 6 foot, like 200 pounds. So, like, I'm a big ass 8th grader. So, they kept playing around, and I had an afro. So I'm sitting there, and I know everybody's looking behind me and cracking up laughing, but I'm eating. And when I'm eating, everything else is obsolete at that point, okay? So I'm sitting there, I'm eating, and I feel something cold on my head. I'm like, what the hell? So I touch the top of my hair, and I'd be damned if it wasn't mustard and ketchup. I'm like, oh, hell. So I turned around, and when I did, the little boy was running off, of course. He was like maybe 5'2", 5'3", maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. So I stood up, and I'm chasing him in the whole cafeteria. Now, mind you, we in the 8th grade, we're 15, so at this time, we don't have any like lunch monitors or teachers who are around paying attention. I chased around the cafeteria for about 10 minutes, couldn't catch him. Okay, I was slow back then, I couldn't catch him. So I'm like, you know what, I got something for him. So I went home. Well, I went in the bathroom and tried to wash it out. I really couldn't do a whole lot. So when I got home, I had caked up dry mustard and ketchup in my hair. Talk about a person being mad, upset. What's burning? I'm sorry. Talk about a person being mad and upset and everything else. So I'm like, okay. I washed it out, and then the very next day, I ended up going to school, and we have to sit in like the gymnasium, and they would call us row by row to go eat. So I'm sitting next to this one guy, and somehow we got on the subject of the guy who put mustard and ketchup in my hair. I'm like, yeah, it's on today. When I see him, I'm gonna punch him in his head. Mind you, I don't condone violence by any means, y'all, okay? I don't. But when somebody do something to you, I feel like at that point I had to get even. But I was just talking. I wasn't really gonna fight the boy. I was just talking, big boy talk. Well, then the little kid, he dared me. He says, I bet you won't hit him. I said, okay, at this point, now I can't show any type of weakness. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. I'm like, watch and see. At this point, I gotta go through with it. Regardless of what's gonna happen afterwards, I gotta go through it. So I go in the lunchroom, I get my food, and I sit down. Now, mind you, it's getting passed around what's about to happen. So a couple people know. And he's sitting 2 tables in behind me. So I'm sitting there. I finished my whole food. I took my food back. I took the leftovers or whatever was left on the tray. I took it back up to the front. I said, I ate because I know I'm going to get suspended for this. So I walked over to old dude. He's sitting there chewing his food, eating something. I don't know what he was eating. He was chewing something. And I drew all the way back as hard as I could and just sucker punched him right inside his head. Now, mind you, I don't condone a sucker punch, but he got me sneaky. I got him sneaky. I feel like an eye was for an eye. But at that moment, right when I hit him, his head went and it bounced. Okay, and I'm sitting, I'm nervous, I'm shaking, I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay, if he stays up, we're gonna be fighting. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking shit. I'm like, if I talk shit, he won't say nothing, he won't do anything. I felt so bad. That boy did not get up. He sat right there. His head was like a ping pong ball. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at him, and his head just swelled all the way up. It was like huge. So I'm like, well, damn. But I'm good. I'm safe. No teacher seen it. He ain't trying to fight back. So we good. At this point in time, 3 skinny white dudes walk up to the table and start talking shit, threatening to fight, blah, blah, blah. Because lo and behold, he got family in the school. And they all cousins, okay? So I'm by myself. I'm like, oh, shit. Hold your own. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking shit, like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why don't you hit me like you hit him? And I was like, I hit him because he did something to me. But now, if y'all swing, we all gonna be fighting. Nobody did nothing. They just talked. So I sat down, whatever else. So one of my friends went down to the office and told the principal. So while they up there making a scene, talking, being loud, the lunch lady who was behind the counter come from behind the counter, asked what's going on, and immediately sent me down to the office. As I'm walking to the office, I come past my friend. She's walking with the principal. And of course, I knew I was in trouble. So he pulled me in the office, said, what's going on? Why you sucker punching like that for no reason? I said, huh? What you mean, bruh? It wasn't for no reason. I don't just do things for no reason. I got a reason for everything I do, okay? Especially at that age. I had a reason for everything. An excuse, reason, whatever you want to call it. So I explained to him what happened. He said, oh, really? So as he rolled the cameras back and see me sucker punch him in the head, I got to rewatch that. As he rolled the cameras back and see me sucker punch him, I got to watch it too. So it was like an instant replay. And then also he rolled the cameras back from the previous day and seen him put the mustard and ketchup in my hair. Now I know what y'all gonna say. That was just mustard and ketchup. He didn't put his hands on you. There's no such thing as fair. And listen, somebody always gets the upper hand. Somebody always has the best joke to come back with. Ain't no such thing as fair. Like if I would put mustard and ketchup in his hair, it would have did him no good. He didn't have no hair. He didn't have an afro. He didn't have a nappy hair where he gets stuck and caught up and get to the roots of his scalp and just bake on all damn day. He didn't have that. So that was my way of getting back. But I ended up getting suspended for 5 days. He got suspended for 3 days. But they told me, this is not a fight, this is an assault. I was like, and it was like, well, if his mom wants to press charges against you, she can, blah, blah, blah. None of them came about it. Nobody ever pressed charges. But I'm telling you, from that day on in that school, when I came back to school, my respect level was through the roof. Oh, nobody had anything to say. It was like, oh, don't mess with Ken. He'll knock the shit up, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. From that day forward in school, I never had to fight again. All it took was one time. And, yeah, me and the boy was friends at first, but after that, I don't think we was friends after that. I think that was just, you know what I mean? One of those things you just don't come back from. But y'all, that's really all I got for this story time, So again, don't be in the comments, give me shit. I was 15 years old, okay? I don't got time for y'all to be in the comments, give me shit about fine is not the answer, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know that now. Okay, whatever. Woo. Boy, at that time, as a child, that was my response for it, and that's what he got. So, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. And don't judge me. But I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. I am making this video specifically to ask my community for some help. As everyone knows, I am on the process to getting monetization. We're over halfway there. The computer that I have is not built for streaming and or reactions. I do know what type of computer I need to have in order to provide you guys with the best live streams and or reactions. And I'm making this video to ask for donations. If you have the ability to be able to help, I'm asking if you don't mind, if you would please help sponsor the stream with donations in order to get the computer we need to be able to function and do live streams. Will also be able to help us to download our streams, keep the streams, so that way in case anything ever happens to the channel, we have backup. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with this. Y'all forgive me. I've never had to ask, a group of people for this type of help. The laptop that I'm looking into is about $999 without tax. So we've been looking at about $1,100. It's not the most expensive laptop. It's not the best, but it provides us with what we need in order to do reactions, and not just any type of reactions, but reactions that don't freeze, reactions that don't stop, reactions that we can speed up. Therefore, we have the ability to get through more reactions. And I understand that we are going through difficult times right now. Most people right now are strapped, which I understand that if you don't have it, you don't have it. I just ask that you continue to watch and support as much as you can from that aspect. Your love.